Everybody. Prime time, not game of the week matchup. Seattle Seahawks versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm one half your co-host, Soren Fine, here with my other half, John Hub Dub. John,
What
say
it
hi.
do, baby?
And
We
one of our other
got-
commentators is the Steelers on the field.
Yeah, he won't be in, unfortunately, because this is a pre-recorded game. Kind of doing some post-game commentary, but kicking off is the Steelers to the Seahawks, excuse me. But yeah, definitely one of the more anticipated matchups this week. Obviously, Pittsburgh Steelers, undefeated, one of only two teams in the league. But Seattle, a newer user, taking down a previously undefeated team in the Rams.
And Seattle hopes to do it tonight against the Steelers at home. Najee Harris, well, I can't really say his name yet, but currently it's Seattle Seahawks versus just Najee Harris. That's all they really have down in the Steelers. Wilson lines up in shotgun, Carson to his right, Metcalf motion left to right. Let's see if he runs the drag routes. Double drags, actually. Oh, tries to do a little cover 3 beater right here. D. Metcalf, oh, can he get it over the top? No, Carson underneath, and Carson easy first down. John, we know these two teams, and to start off with Seattle, number one offense in EML. Number one.
Yeah, I'm guessing that kind of carries from the previous user, but still, I mean, we saw quite a show against the Rams last week. And obviously with that 1-2 punch with Lockett and DK, there's a lot that you can do with this Seahawks offense.
Not to mention the running back core. Rashad Penny Wilson just gets that one off. Don't know how. Lockett. Oh,
and he drops.
but Russell
the pass,
Wilson
and now,
injured.
Injured on the play.
Second
Kind of
play of the
threw it
game.
as he got hit. I don't know how he was able to throw it that far, getting hit as he threw.
If I'm Steelers, I'm expecting the run or a lot of short passes as Mason Rudolph comes in, former Steeler.
Wow.
Gonna hand it off to Rashad Penny here to the right. Can he get there? Oh, missed the hit stick.
It's a
and
couple
he's just
blocks.
get up there to
Staying
8
in
yards.
bounds. It's a good carry, yeah. I mean, Chris Carson, I believe, is a number one, but we're seeing a bit of Rashad Penny early. Let's see if they kind of continue to split the carries between those two.
And Russell Wilson will come back in. Obviously, just a bruised knee. He can handle it. He's a big boy.
Must have just gotten the wind knocked out of him there since he's back so soon.
A Steelers cornerback guarding no one out there. Not really doing anything out on the right side of the field. As he's going to run it to the left. Penny gets great blocking from the Seattle O-line, which hasn't been known for blocking quite well in the past 4 or 5 years, I'd say. Great push.
Yeah, not the best offensive line, but able to hold up there, push right through for a first down. Obviously the Steelers defense ranked number one, so we're seeing a number one offense versus a number one defense matchup here today. So it'll be interesting to see which side prevails.
Well, John, I believe it. Everyone knows it. Defense wins you championships, and then not game of the weeks, it could win it here too. Wilson steps back looking, throws the easy arrow out to Metcalf. That's a matchup we have to look out for because no one has really tested the Steelers cornerbacks yet. And if there's a team that will do it, it's the Seahawks wide receiver group.
Yeah, well, Pittsburgh obviously loves to come out in a lot of 3-4, 4-6, kind of sending a lot of pressure, keep a lot of guys in the box to, force you to kind of throw uncomfortable passes. But, if this Seahawks offensive line can hold up for just a little bit more than they need to, then they'll open up quite a bit of opportunities for the Seahawks offense.
Yeah, I want to see the Seahawks. Penny breaks it out, beats a man missing down the sideline. Penny up to the 16 now. I was going to say I want to see the Seattle Seahawks spread the ball. Go horizontal with the field, spread formations, force the Steelers to not come up in those heavy box sets that they're used to. If they want to win this game, they're going to have to make the Steelers feel uncomfortable. Force turnovers, do whatever they can.
Yeah, and obviously on that last play, it looked like they came out in some sort of dime or dollar formation, the Steelers defense. So not a usual choice of defense for the Steelers. So let's see what they can do
And a
here in
corner
the red
route,
zone.
Lockett, toe-tapping touchdown. Seattle strikes first. corner routes and against man coverage and the safeties, and people will phase through each other as he flips
we got
defense here. Does he miss the PAT? Guidry, no. Yeah, those if when you have cornerbacks and safeties like the Steelers, which aren't the best, but the scheme of a team can only take you so far, you know. And if you have a user that knows what you're doing, then they will take advantage of that.
Yeah, definitely. When you have a young, kind of inexperienced secondary like Pittsburgh does, it'll be tough to run man. You'll either have to get pressure to avoid, getting beat on those drags and crossers and corners, or you'll have to figure it out through playing zone.
His cornerback core, his best corner, what I'm looking at right here, is Kevin King, John, at a 76 overall. That's his number one.
Yeah, I know. I know he kind of went through a bit of a turnover in the cornerback position. I think his best corner was Joe Hayden at one point, but not sure what happened with him, if he's still on the roster or not. Maybe swap positions somewhere. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, just had to kind of sign a few guys in free agency, tried to make some moves, but unfortunately weren't able to get those traits to come through for him.
And we will see MVP leading Najee Harris take the field behind Dwayne Haskins, behind one of the worst or absolutely awful O-lines in the league. Dwayne Haskins looking, and Steelers love the crossing routes. They love the delay fade as Seattle plays that perfectly. Quandre Diggs tackles the tight end. Ground and
speaking
pound
of
offense,
Najee
play
Harris,
action, you got to watch out.
Yeah, I was going to say, speaking of Najee Harris, coming off of a 2-game stretch where he had 9 rushing touchdowns, 5 against the Packers and 4 against the Broncos. So if you're the Seahawks defense, that's your number one priority, is getting after the run, making him, forcing him to pass, basically, and just sending pressure and keeping Dwayne Haskins guessing as far as
again.
Where to go with the ball.
What happened there? Did you see that?
Yeah, it looked like he might have had him in the zone there, but couldn't quite get the pass
streaking
there in time.
No one covering over that. Over the top. No one. Oh, man.
Yeah, tried to get Irv Smith on the sideline there and nearly intercepted.
Haskins
dropping
pistol
incomplete,
set.
Fortunately. Set him up on a 3rd and 3.
And like you said, if you want to stop Najee, I don't see who else better to do it than Bobby Wagner and Jamal Adams coming right at him. So, pistol set. Najee blocks it up very nicely. Easy first down Steelers. Najee first run of the night, 6 yards.
Yeah, block set up very nicely there. Let's try and see if they continue to pound the ball on the ground. I mean, I'd expect them to if if you're getting open holes like that. I don't know why you wouldn't continue to go down there for the rest of the drive.
Now, I know this is a relatively new user, but Seattle defense ranks 31st in the league, while Pittsburgh offense is 15th and tries to go horizontal, caught up for 1 or 2 yards.
Yeah, despite coming off of a win against the Rams, obviously still gave up 34 points. That's just a really good offense in the Rams, and obviously another really good offense in the Steelers, at least on the ground. So, as long as Seattle knows which adjustments to make and which plays to call, like I said, keep your priority on Najee Harris and force Dwayne Haskins to throw the ball, and you might be set.
RPO looks and just throws it right into the blockers. Oh, 3rd and 9 here. He dropped
Yeah, unfortunately, the bubble screens, I think he dropped it. But the bubble screens this year in Madden just aren't it. I don't know what they did to change them, but
instead of running more to the outside,
just don't set up properly.
It looks like you just run like straight forward, right?
Yeah, just right through, right into the defender, basically.
And
unless you just get
if you
really
play
good
man
blocking, they're
coverage
just not something to go to.
Man coverage or cover 2, If you play those hard flats or the correct man, they can pick those off easily. Haskins looking 3rd down, sees people open, runs the screen. Harris tries to make a man miss down the sideline. Stiff arm Harris. Quandre Diggs again. Najee up to the 38 now.
Now that's a beautiful play call. Obviously, 3rd and 9. I believe it was. They're expecting you to try and go maybe crossers again or force it downfield, but they check it down to Najee Harris and caught them sleeping running cover 3. Got the blocks to set up, made a couple man miss, and sets them up very nicely at the 38, just on the outskirts of field goal range.
Seattle defense making this hard, putting Bobby on one side of the field, Jamal on the other, forcing Najee to run to at least one of them. Najee gets blocks, tries to cut it up behind O-lineman, and 76, the leading blocker, would not go away. Najee could not get off his blocker.
Yeah, still a nice game there. Sets up 2nd and inches. Closing in on roughly the final minute of the first quarter, and nice drives by both teams. Haven't quite made any major mistakes yet. That might be the name of the game. Is if you can limit your mistakes and
don't jinx it now.
Take advantage of your opportunities.
Crossers, those underneath when he's the dude wide open further down. Steelers playing a little bit conservative, not as aggressive as I'm used to watching him.
It got him a first down. It's a fresh set of downs. Might have had Freiermuth, on that deeper crosser, but he sets you up nicely in the red zone at the 19, and like I said, you get a new fresh set of downs.
Yeah, you live to see another down. That's truly the name of the game when it comes to football, all right? Don't force anything you don't want to. Take what you can get. As Seattle running 3-4 Bear and 4-6 defense, the Steelers is normally one of the only users that runs that, and we're seeing this now as Haskins goes down and fumbles. Trey Burton. That's not Trey Burton. I don't know which Burton that is.
That's Barton.
Barton. Oh, man. They got to overturn that. Ref.
I don't know, but tried to go play action and was not able to.
Yeah, the 3-4 Bear. You normally see the only from the Steelers or the 4-6, but no, Seattle's now running it. And if you're the Steelers, you got to know how to counter that. It's your own stuff.
Yeah. Well, obviously coming out in heavy sets against a run-heavy team is the way to go. But now, we got a booth review.
Overturned.
And it is overturned. Wow.
But the sack still stands, so that makes it 2nd
That does.
20.
And to bring up the name, it is Cody Barton.
Cody Barton. I would have.
Is the name of the.
I guess would have said Trey Burton. Fucking gone with it. Isn't
Trey
that a
Burton,
tight end? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tight end for.
Bears?
Formerly the Bears. I think the Colts now. But.
Yeah, he is on the Colts.
Yep.
Pistol set. Haskins again. Najee. Looking and runs into Najee looking for the crossers. Can't get it. Toe tapping back in the end zone. He got it! Chase
Beautiful
Claypool.
throw.
Oh, my God. Haskins. Oh, look at this throw by Haskins.
That is a beautiful throw over
that
the
stand?
top.
Did he get
I
2
think
feet
it
in?
will. I think he got the toe drag.
Terrible towels coming out. Steelers Nation, rise up.
Wow.
7-7, end of the first.
I said, the game plan. Your Najee Harris has been your offense all year, but sometimes you just gotta let Dwayne Haskins take a couple shots. Especially against a good team like this. You can't really rely on a one-dimensional offense. You gotta expand and take some shots when you can, and obviously right there, perfect execution.
And I'll say it once, and I'll reinforce it. I don't think Dwayne Haskins is the future of the Pittsburgh Steelers, but if he is, I hope he makes more throws like that.
That'll certainly earn him some money in free agency with that throw.
That's a tough throw, and even
if he's not starting on the Steelers, he's going
throw.
somewhere.
Yeah,
there's plenty of teams out there who need either a starting quarterback or a backup.
And now, speaking of starting quarterbacks, Russell Wilson, formerly injured with a bruised knee, still in. We're going to watch DK Metcalf on the corner underneath. Tanner Muse can't decide. Oh, the user undercuts it. Big hit. I think that's Ashton Davis, formerly traded from the Jets, now on the Steelers defense. Fast, young, hard-hitting. What more do you want from a safety? Come on. What will Seattle come out next? We're looking at play action. What does the Steelers defense cook up here? Oh boy.
Looking like a little 3-4 bear.
Gotta watch Metcalf right here, right?
Yeah.
You put one-on-one Metcalf.
He's got one-on-one.
You gotta throw him up on something. Nope, right into TJ Watt.
Right into TJ Watt. I mean, if I see that one-on-one, I'm definitely taking a shot because you got DK who's not only fast, but he's got some size. So
especially against the 4-6 or 3-4 bear defense, where
you got to take a shot there.
I don't know how Steelers has the cornerback matchup set. Probably by overall, I'd have to assume.
Might have even had him on that slant there because Steelers basically sold out on the run. I didn't really see him bring a user on over.
Yeah, and the outside linebacker didn't even come out either into coverage.
Exactly.
Metcalf again one-on-one. Everett comes in from a drag to a zig. What will he switch it to? Delay fade? Nope. Double drags. Dwayne Eskridge. Oh, it's a check and release fade. B looking wide open. Lockett finds a hole down the field. 10-5 touchdown. Chris Westry.
Not quite.
Oh, Chris Westry, like the 64 overall, I think out of Kentucky.
Terrell Edmonds was there, and he just completely whiffed on the tackle. I don't know if he was trying to go for the interception there or
Steelers
something, but he
defense
just
called
completely...
cover 3 sky drop off the quarter. He came out in gun bunch. Steelers guard that you could say arguably
gun bunch,
perfectly.
and he came out in 3-3-5.
Or 3-3. It doesn't matter, man. Like, what?
Yeah.
Let's watch the stretch. Steelers are selling all in on the stretch to the left as Ashton Davis just goes over there and starts chilling as Lockett goes unblocked. And, yeah, it's easy. Touchdown, Rashad Penny. Like, come on, right?
Yeah. It's about what you'd expect from what we've seen so far this year at the goal line is almost a guarantee to get in the end zone.
Blocks line up, parts the yellow sea, the Iron Curtain, pulls them back. Touchdown. Myers on the kick. Up and good. All right. Quick strike ability. 2 minutes, 2 seconds from the Seahawks. And now Steelers got a strike back under 5 minutes left before half.
Well, with I believe Pittsburgh getting the ball back in the second half, I would expect them to try and take as much time off this clock as possible.
And they're
to
good
avoid
at doing
Seattle.
that. They're good at doing that.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. They're really good at time management, obviously running the ball a lot, but you don't want to give Seattle another chance to score some points before the end of this first half.
Yes, he's going to go by his cornerback matchups by speed. Oh, man. Seattle not really known
Surprising
for the corners, but Steelers don't really have
They're also not
speed.
really known for speed either, yeah. They got Chase Claypool. They don't have Juju. They got Deontay Johnson.
Yeah. Well, he's trying to get traded. They have Miles Boykin, who's tall and faster. I have it right here on my screen. Let me go find it. Chase Claypool, 92 speed. My fault. I didn't know he was that fast. Deontay Johnson, 91. Miles Boykin, 91. Steven Sims, 91. Equinemius, 90. Dante Pettis, oh my God, 91. Wait, what? I thought he was...
Not quite game-breaking speed, but obviously a little bit there. Enough to get
and Chase Claypool
that tiny bit of
Deontay
separation.
Are 80, 83 overalls. It's just when you... From there, it shoots down to like 75. Najee was trying to break some tackles. Like Miles Boykin, 73 overall. Steven Sims, 73 overall. Equinemius St. Brown, 68. Gary Jennings, 68. But yeah, like no.
Yeah, I mean with
it was this fast.
Yeah, I mean with the run-heavy offense, you don't really need. You might maybe need like at least one top wide receiver, maybe a second solid one, but I wouldn't expect them to be running 3 wide receivers deep.
Makes a man miss. Adams misses a tackle, bounces off one. Wagner gets it on the return. 6 rushes, 58 yards from Harris. Big run there. Najee Harris. And timeout from Seahawks. Their second timeout used already. Interesting placement.
Very interesting. I mean, you still have just under 4 minutes. I don't know why you'd be calling a timeout now of all times.
So cornerbacks from Seattle, 90. These are their speeds. Blesson Austin, 90. DJ Reed Jr., 90. Shaquille Taylor, 90. Michael Jackson Sr., 90. Trey Flowers, 91. Sidney Jones, 89. Trey Brown, 92. What did they... Oh, some of these guys are like 60 overalls, though. Harris takes it off, gets a block down the sideline. Harris, stop and go. Stiff arm. Oh, tries to stop and go. Blair again, 7 rushes, 81 yards. Najee. Well, John, they're not really taking a lot of time off the clock, but they're moving down the field.
Yeah, I mean, you could see why Najee Harris is probably at the top of the leaderboard in MVP conversations. He just gets plenty of yards, and credit to the Steelers' offensive line.
Not great, but
you would not expect an offensive line like this to be creating such open space, open lanes for Najee to run, but they've been doing just that all season.
Jet touch pass. Here we go. Oh, no. Fake Harris tries to stick his head down. Easy gain there. 2nd and 6. I was going to say he came out in the spread, out in the pistol spread set, so I doubt he was going to run it there, but he did. Prove me wrong. Heavy set, Wagner, Adams, both side. RPO, Harris hits the sideline. Touchdown, Najee Harris. Leaving Seattle with 2 minutes, 40 left. The 2-minute warning and 1 timeout. PAT pending. Oh, John.
Yeah, unless you're expecting your defense to step up here. I mean, you do have all 3 timeouts, so if you're expecting your defense to get a stop here, I would have hoped that they would have taken a bit more time off the clock. Especially with Seahawks only having 1 timeout left.
Seahawks had a 2-minute, 2-second drive. Steelers have 2 minutes, 17 seconds. Well, I mean, when the hole is open like that for the run game, you never really expect it. But when they do, I mean, you got to take it, right? At least score.
Yeah.
Don't end up like Todd Gurley accidentally scoring a touchdown.
You're not going to complain that you got a touchdown out of it, which obviously keeps you in this game.
I mean, it's already 14-14 second quarter. Maybe pending more points. Who knows how much more they can score.
Yeah, a little tight off set formation here.
Seattle
not
loves
quite
this
play
formation.
action, doesn't look like.
They've been running this a lot
It's
in the
quite
first
play
half.
action. It might be. I don't know.
This is at least the 3rd or 4th time we've seen it from Seattle. As Steelers takes a timeout, I don't know if you saw, he came out in zone, and the cornerback on the other side didn't have anybody to guard.
Yeah, and I don't think he had
unless
the proper,
he ran the drag route.
Yeah, I don't think he had a proper matchups either. I don't really think he had anyone to match up against DK. Basically, had a wide open shot there with that corner just kind of sitting on the outside.
Same set here. Seattle really wanting to force this. Looking like cover 3. I wouldn't say cover 3 beater, but this definitely devours cover 3. Yep, Everett over the middle. And even Metcalf, if you led the ball out to the left, he was wide open. As Steelers user, known for forcing turnovers, gets a little bit lost there. He's whiffed on some, hit some others. On and off right now. It's 2-minute warning approaching. Well, John, looks like Seattle begins their march with that one. 2-minute drill.
Yeah, right at the 2-minute warning. Gets
Penny
a nice run off. Penny
stays in bounds. 2-minute warning.
to the other side of midfield. Setting up pretty nicely here. I mean, obviously, you don't want to make any mistakes here.
If you're either team
Let's try
right
and get,
now,
at the very least, into field goal range, because you still have 1 timeout that you can save for field goal if you aren't able to put it in the end zone.
If you're either team right now, you can't feel you're right now. If you're playing for the defenses, you just got to do the best you can, because you're the offenses. You're just playing for the shootout, right? Counter play comes in. Russell Wilson keeper backwards.
Now that's a questionable play call if I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
Tried to get tricky with it.
Chase Winovich.
The read option, and Winovich was having none of it.
As the clock will continue to tick, Seattle backed up, but Seattle, even though backed up, still confident they can get past here. Well, 1:30, Metcalf 1-on-1. Oh, he's going to beat his man right off the bat. Oh, no, underneath. Chris Carson keeps it in bounds, shakes off 2 tackles, and gets the first. And there's a Steeler injury timeout. Stephon Tuitt. Oh, that's unfortunate for the Steelers right now. That's truly unfortunate.
Yeah, let's hope he's all right. Seemed like he was okay walking off the field, but obviously maybe that's a bit of adrenaline, kind of get to the sideline, and then it all kind of hits you that wave of pain.
Watch the double stack right side. Lockett, DK. Oh, yep, there it is. What the low pass to Lockett. Beautiful play. Wilson, 8 for 9, 171 touchdown. Perfect passer rating on the day.
He's been locked in so far in this first half. Russell Wilson.
The not game of the week matchup. Under a minute left. Tied 14-14. Both teams one timeout. Defense is not really appearing, but offense is all gas, no breaks from both teams. And God, Steelers is playing a dangerous game, man. With
they're just rolling the dice.
And look at DK getting the ball off. If he would have lobbed it over, that's an easy touchdown. But I don't think he wanted. I think he wanted to chew some more clock here because he's confident he knows he can score.
Yeah, really threw that into quite tight coverage there. I'm honestly shocked that it didn't get deflected or intercepted.
Muscle cramps.
As we get an injury report on Tuitt. And it looks like he'll fortunately be able to come back as early as the second half. If not, for a couple more snaps here in the first half. But
questionable timeout from Seattle?
Yeah, well, I mean, they ran the ball, so, 18 seconds left. If you aren't able to pass it in the end zone or you pass it underneath, you should be able to clock it and just take the 3, but you'd expect them to just take a shot at the end zone. As you got Lockett one-on-one on that left side, might want to look there. DK on the right side, maybe.
I think he's looking Lockett, right? One-on-one against Ashton Davis.
Lockett or DK?
Maybe Everett on the out route. Let's
expect
watch
Lockett.
It. Russell Wilson scrambling, throwing, barely getting it off. Oh, no.
Well, he's very fortunate that he was able to get that throw off and let it drop incomplete, because if you take a sack there, I don't know if you're able to get back to the line and spike the ball to take your field goal, but right here he's got...
Got to play these hard flats here. DK out route. There it is. Yep, Geiger cannot get it. Metcalf, touchdown, spitting the ball. And perfect drive by Seattle. Lead 21, pending 21, but 2014. Kick is up. Kick is good. 21-14 Seattle. All right, John, any takeaways?
Well, it's basically been all offense so far. Both teams have made the most out of all their drives. I don't think we've seen either a stall out or field goal of any sort. All 5 drives we've seen so far in this first half have resulted in touchdowns. So Pittsburgh getting the ball back in the second half. Obviously, you want to just keep your offense going, making sure that you don't ease up on the gas, because this Seahawks offense is here to basically play shootout, so you might as well play with them for as long as you can.
And of course, this isn't live, but upset alert. Steelers are put on upset alert right now going into halftime.
That is true.
Najee Harris gets a block, tries to cut it back in, reaching, getting some yards. Timeout Steelers. Maybe you can get some crossing routes here, as we can expect always from Steelers. Crossing routes.
You're at your own 33. I wouldn't expect anything to happen out of this, unless by some miracle. But
you're either padding Najee stats or crossing routes.
Yeah, one of those is single back wing. So unless he's going for the shocker, just play action pass of some sort.
Yeah. The user will go on the corner as the other safety. Blair? Is that Ronald Blair? Is that his name?
Let me look it up real quick.
Ronald Blair. Dwayne Haskins, play action, crossing routes, all locked up, throws into double coverage. But Steven Sims grabs it. 5 for 7.
Wow. Jeez.
More like
Dwayne
come down with
that.
Pad,
that would have been something.
Like Dwayne stat pad. Seattle now kicking off to the Steelers, who with that last throw got put up over 200 total yards, 100 passing yards in Seattle. It looks like a pretty rough kick to the left here and right out of bounds.
Yikes.
That's not the way you want to start off the second half for Seattle, giving the Steelers great field position.
And to go back to that safety's name is Marquise Blair.
That's right, Marquise Blair.
This really sets up the Steelers in excellent field position. And this is one thing you would never have expected to happen, but obviously the mistake you did not want to make.
Watch the delay fade here,
Really
folks.
didn't have a choice.
Watch the delay fade. Watch Dwayne Haskins. No instant rollouts from him. Don't allow it here. Feels the pressure. Rolls out one-on-one. Picked off. Trey Flowers. Oh, man. Well,
Tried to get him on the sideline, but
he got one of those earlier in the game, but not twice. Not twice. Look at the vertical jump there from Trey Flowers. Picking that ball off, and John, if this game is costly, that could be game right there. This game is gone. Seattle scores.
Yeah,
that could be it.
You had excellent field position to start off, and
Penny.
I said taking a couple shots would be, a bit beneficial to you, to kind of get out of a one-dimensional offense, but I don't know if he was misreading something there or whatever, but yeah, just a very rough start to the second half, and now you're going to need to pray that your defense steps up and stops the Seahawks offense, because they are locked in. They are on fire right now.
Seahawks coming out. Russell Wilson under center. Audibles out of the fake into the play action. TJ Watt getting him down goes Russell Wilson. Second and 26.
Yeah, it looked like the wide receiver that was supposed to kind of come underneath on that boot did not get past the offensive line. Kind of got stuck there by his own left tackle. That might have been who he was going for, trying to get underneath. But TJ Watt there to lock the contain, and a huge sack for this Steelers defense. They really needed that. But
even then, are you confident? Second and 26, you're supposed to feel confident right now. But even if I'm still a 26-yard hour out from Tyler Lockett, I've never seen anything like this since Madden 18. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I've never seen anything like that.
Well, he goes underneath anyway.
Third and 21. Steelers do come out and cover for a drop contain, I would imagine. Don't blame them for that one. I'm sure they're guessing.
Or just have him so he doesn't keep running downfield. Just have him as a blocker out deep. I don't even know.
As he's going to look for a Y here to bust this coverage wide open. Dwayne Eskridge, watch him, and then watch probably Metcalf on the lob. But Devin Bush picks up perfectly, and there's Lockett right there. Oh, crosses the first, John. Number one defense isn't looking so... This Iron Curtain looks a little bit more like
Yeah, he's sticking with the man. He's sticking with the man coverage, and, that's just going to be a mismatch all day.
Well, you would hope that Russell Wilson doesn't get that much time to throw. You blitz 4. You got TJ Watt down there.
He was only sending 3. That was only sending 3. Yeah, that was a some sort of dime or dollar formation there. He only sent 3.
Spy there? I thought he blitzed 4. My fault.
No, I think he had the linebacker that might have been blitzing, but he put him into coverage.
Carson, first rush of the night from Carson. If you have him on your fantasy team, sorry for you. It's not not ideal. Huh?
Yeah, it's not quite his game. Rashad Penny, kind of
stealing the
highlight
show.
Back of this game. Yeah,
getting easy inside zone blocks. Catching balls out the backfield, whether for 5-yard gains or 10-yard gains.
Yeah, this is a big second down here. After a stop on first down, you're going to need to figure out what to do against this.
Yeah,
offense.
You line that many people up in the box, and Russell tried this time, gets it away. TJ Watt almost kissing Wilson this time. Oh, breathing down his neck.
Got the pressure there. Now third down, you're going to have to make sure that you
gotta
keep guys
give
either
it to
on the
Lockett.
Sticks or watch for the deep ball.
Give it to
Lockett or DK. They got the 1-2 punch. I know Steelers doesn't quite have the roster.
They have Terrell Edmonds
to match that, but
at safety. Maybe they can switch him
really
over
need
there.
To adjust.
Watch DK here in this corner route. He's gonna look ripped right by it, and Guidry's fast, but you can't. You got to use her better. You got to use her that better.
Yeah, especially with DK's size, you're not going to be able to get away with running man against this team. You need to adjust if you're Pittsburgh here.
I think his name is Javelin Guidry, I believe. I mean, you can't. Dude, I don't think he's that tall now. Let me check his size really quick. Yeah, 5'9" against TK 6'4". Wilson looking. Oh, right at the user, Metcalf.
Man.
One step out of position.
Just the half a second too late, he read that. And
we've all been there with that one.
Yeah.
Yep, a step. Tanner Muse had one less step.
Yeah, and that's going to set up Seattle at the 5-yard line. Obviously, 3 for 3 on drives ending in touchdowns. See if they can make it 4 for 4.
But I want to comment on that matchup. Javelin Guidry, 96 speed, but 5'9". DK Metcalf, like 94 speed and like 6'4".
Yeah.
And like 10, 12
Metcalf,
overall higher.
Going over to the left instead of the right.
As Chris Carson,
this
power
form
back,
as he goes nowhere.
Well, John, we've said it's hard to stop a running back from the 1, but it should be harder to stop him from the 4. If Pittsburgh defense can hold the Seahawks to a field goal here, that's a win on this drive. Coming from
that
the field
is an
goal.
Absolute win.
And after throwing that interception, it would be a big win.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Javelin Guidry on DK Metcalf, I think he has it matched up by speed. There's no way.
Expecting him to go over the top, and he's just been going underneath and
let's see what happens.
Finding the
Wilson,
mismatches.
Direct snap, Wilson, and trips.
Oh, he trips. He had it. If he had just...
That would have been a user versus user interaction there.
Might have been. I thought he had that open lane to run, but I think that user was waiting for him.
All right.
He might be fortunate that he tripped instead of a hit stick fumble.
Third and goal.
Third and goal.
Carson, Penny, everyone's out. Triple. You can call it even quintuple slants if you want. Tanner Muse looking to beat it. Wilson just throwing off the back foot, cross body, and that's a beautiful stop from the Pittsburgh defense. Sending pressure and making Wilson throw a tough pass.
Yeah, and obviously off the turnover, holding them to 3. Now you got to get back on offense, and I mean the run game has been working for you. So I don't know if you go back to that or if you find something with Dwayne Haskins that doesn't involve him trying to throw it downfield into tight coverage. Try and find some mismatches. Try and find something here to get a touchdown to get back in this game, because despite only holding them to the field goal, this Seahawks offense is
still scoring.
Rolling with it.
Still scoring.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Pittsburgh. This drive could be do or die. This drive could decide the game. We know you don't go down without a fight, but Seattle's not stopping. Haskins lines up. 3 wide receiver set. Najee behind him as usual. Carlos Dunlap is the user on defense. Now Wagner. Let's watch it. Making the adjustments. Haskins looking. Wagner guarding. Throws it. Oh, gave off Boykin.
Man.
Wagner followed him.
He comes off
the
obvious crosser.
And goes to the other
wide
crosser.
Open on the sideline. And he went to the other one, but
I mean,
his eyes were on that one the whole time.
Yeah, he had no intention of throwing to the other guy.
Yeah.
Whether
Even
it was on purpose,
possibly open.
Yeah, whether it was on purpose to only throw to him or a bait because he knew Seahawks would come off. Like, you just gotta.
Yeah, it's a very unfortunate play there for Seattle. Now they're.
But Steelers crowd back in it. Watch Haskins again.
A little bit.
Play action again. Can he get his man Haskins on the run? And Chase Claypool catches that one on the opposing 34. Haskins of the play action, running out of the pocket, under pressure. Beautiful, beautiful throw, and an even better catch by Claypool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're this front four, you got to set up some sort of contain to avoid running out of the pocket. Because, Dwayne Haskins, he's not, the most mobile. Probably not even close.
But he can extend. Najee Harris gets a block, gets a stiff arm, shakes one off. Can he shake it another? The stop and go. Najee Harris. Najee Harris. Tell him how you feel.
Oh.
Whoa, that was so clean.
Oh my gosh, who was that? Number 20-something.
27.
Oh, that one 27. No? That was. We're not gonna go back to that. Oh no, that was.
Put him on skates. Najee Harris.
Oh man.
Everyone, this is your current MVP leader knocking at the door now. Haskins setting up Harris. Can he get the touchdown? Harris gets the edge and puts his head down. Touchdown, Steelers. Quick response. Terrible towels back in this, and the Seattle crowd here's got a little bit more quiet. Dominating drive right there from the Steelers.
Oh man. I need to go back to that stop and go, because that was probably one of the better ones I've seen, because he shook off the tackle and immediately just hit the brakes and just made that defender look silly.
It only would have been better if that would have capped off on a touchdown on that play, but next play later,
man, that would have been play of the year right there.
Oh.
Regardless of how this game ended. But yeah, now it's back to Seattle, and
well, see, it's all about Seattle offense. But how about the Steelers defense? It's now their time to step up and get a pick or force a turnover of any kind.
You're coming off of a goal line stand where you only settled to a field goal, and
because sacks aren't cutting
it's a one-score game still. Sacks aren't quite going to cut it.
You get into 3rd and 21, you throw the locket on it in around 21 yards in, and I mean you can't allow that to happen for the Steelers.
Yeah.
Potential Super Bowl matchup here, ladies and gentlemen. Third quarter, pending for
I don't know
Devin
about
Bush.
that.
Well, it's maybe a little bit early, but there's a lot of contenders. John, when I look at the AFC, there's two teams. There's Texans and Steelers. Any other team isn't relevant to me right now. You have to at me in the Discord, put me on notice. But right now, there's two teams, and there's three teams in the NFC. Rams, Seahawks, Buccaneers. That's all there is to me right now.
What? No sleepers? Are you sure?
I mean, there's sleepers, but I think of Super Bowl contenders. I think of those 5 teams. If I were to say sleeper teams,
enough.
my sleeper teams right now, it's not because you're in the booth with me, but it's because I'm confident in the Panthers' ability.
No, that's a fair assessment. The
Panthers have the team with the cornerbacks and the talent on offense. Let's watch Metcalf one-on-one, people. If he does not put Metcalf on a streak, this dude's too disciplined. Have a little bit of fun. Seahawks, come on.
He's playing over the top there.
And Rashad Penny gets it.
Hey, he definitely played some sort of deep zone there, playing over the top. So
I mean, he blitzed 5.
Unless you really trust DK to make that one-on-one catch, which most people probably would, but he takes the underneath route, takes it upfield. Because obviously you still have the ball, and you want to take as much time off the clock as you can, because their offense. You don't want to deviate from what's been working already.
And another AFC team, the Titans, are also hopefuls. They started 0-1, now 4-1. Let's just see what can happen from. But sleepers right now. All right, quick out route.
The quick out. Yep.
Look at that one-on-one matchup, man. He'll take it all day.
Yeah, that's a 6th catch on the day, 76 yards.
And Guidry again guarding him.
I think he's already got a couple touchdowns.
Look at the difference in size. You have Joe Hayden back there. Maybe throw him up.
You might as well. I know he's not going to be able to keep up with them downfield, but
at least play more physically, right?
Got to make some adjustments here.
Going horizontal. Carson breaks one, gets a block downfield. Guidry with the catch-up speed. Can he dive? Carson falling forward at the 15. Chris Carson 4 rushes, 45 yards. Looks like he's coming in now for Penny to pick up the slack. Not even slack, just relieve Penny of his duties.
Yeah, excellent blocks there. Looked like the user might have been able to get to him on the edge, but kind of got stopped by the offensive lineman. And again, we talk about the Steelers' defense today. They are not what we've seen these first 5 weeks.
No, they're getting eaten alive right now. Is he in that cornerback just going nowhere? Carson tries to break one off. I don't know why that cornerback and or safety just doesn't want to come into the box. He just goes away. And if he does, why doesn't he just bring him back in? You know? And now, Steelers, hasn't been a lot of motions from the Seattle offense. And when there has been, he's had to call one timeout to adjust to it. There's been other motions too, but so far been pretty good about the motioning of players, both teams. Let's watch it. We saw this one earlier. This one almost got for a touchdown, but it wasn't throw off his back foot. User Minkah Fitzpatrick. Let's see. He has to guard 3 routes, and Tyler Lockett touchdown right through. I mean, there's 3 slant routes.
Davis had him on man coverage and just got completely beat inside.
You know, Madden is a speed game, but I mean, if you play Madden, you know speed can only take you so far, and we're watching it right now as low overalls do get beat by high overalls with better route running, better change of direction, better whatever. Like short route running, like, you know. Like, these veterans can beat these young guys who may be faster, but...
Yeah, I must say, though, in all the years I've seen Ike and his teams play, this is by far one that I've seen where he's kind of been the most, I don't know if exposed is the right word. I mean, it's kind of tough to say exposed, but, you know, this is just one where, you know, this is obviously not what we normally see in an Ike offense or defense. I mean, offense kind of, yeah, but defense for sure has just been awful game. And,
watch Haskins, man deep, throwing it. He throws it the one-on-one to Blair. Yikes. Had, again, that's the second time this game. That's the second time this game where he's had that guy running free.
Oh.
I think his muscle memory kicked in. He just threw to what I think was...
Likes to throw to the sideline.
Was that Miles Boykin he threw to? I can't tell.
Must have been.
That's the second time he has not thrown that deep post. It's come wide open.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. 2 turnovers. You're going to need to get one of your own here if you want to get back in this game, because 2-possession game with just over 4 minutes left. You'd think Seattle would just run the ball here just to chew as much time off the clock as they can, because... barring some sort of turn of events, they basically have this game in the bag.
What you said about Steelers, I mean, he's marching the field, has made great drives. I would just say questionable play calls and missed reads, truly.
Yeah. It's a bit of an off day. I mean, we all have off days, you know, so I can understand that.
And the thing is, this game isn't even over. And right now we're counting Steelers out. Russell Wilson looking to scramble. Hey, I haven't seen EML Game do that. And he fumbles. Joe Schobert picks it up. Can he return it? Jukes one man out and gets out of bounds. John, there's the life. There's the life back in the Steelers. There's the life.
Wow.
Terrible towels waving.
I don't know why you don't run out of bounds there with Russ.
Got a little bit greedy.
I know he's a scrambler, but...
Will this get overturned?
He's a quarterback. You got to protect your quarterback, man, because... You know that this Steelers defense is hard-hitting, and they love to strip the ball and fumble. Oh,
Haskins looking to make a big play. Play action, looking, crossing, wide open. There it is. Miles Boykin drops it. No, he let it upfield. He should have let it more to the left. That's another misplay from Haskins.
Yikes.
He forced it upfield and should have let it more to the left.
Offense is coming out passing here because they need to get in this game right now. They need to get a touchdown and they need to make a stop on defense.
Will we see a delay fade?
They're not
No tight end on the line of
To
scrimmage.
just run the ball or play check down.
Playing a little bit offset. Watch underneath. Crossing. Throws it again. There's that muscle memory. Irv Smith right there. No huddle. Haskins. Shotgun. Adjustment. Seattle's making Bobby on Claypool. Wagner on Boykin. Neal is the user. Man coverage from Seattle. Haskins looking. Does he look to run? Just throws it away. Yeah.
I was gonna say he might have had on that left side if he was running a streak instead of a post. He might have had that guy on the left side beat. Yeah, it looked like
the
a
other
base.
thing from other team, we haven't seen a lot of streak
play
routes.
action,
We've
play
seen a lot of play action, and that's expected from
crossers
Steelers.
and posts. Not much streaks, but yeah. Gun bunch. You think it's gonna be the spot and go?
You think it's gonna be a spot and go? Let's watch it all the way through. Let's watch Haskins here. Let's see what he does. Let's see who comes in the spot and go. Harris from left to right. There's your MVP favorite. Looking to set up the block. Watch it here. No spot and go. Looking. There it is. Boykin comes down with it one-handed. Miles Boykin. Oh, my God. No spot and go, but Boykin with the come up. You ain't locking this game away yet, Boykin. You're still down by 3. John, how about this one? Watch it. Oh, two-handed grab, but one-handed adjusted.
Bobby Wagner. That is a shocking throw into tight coverage, you know. He's had a couple of them that have gone his way and that haven't gone his way, and that felt like a desperation shot right there. Down 2 scores.
4 plays.
Said that they were going to come out passing, going for the end zone, and now you're at 2:53. Both teams, all 3 timeouts. Now is when you need a huge stop.
Your defense just stepped up last drive. They need to step up one more time. All right, Steelers defense, your at-home undefeated streak is being threatened right now.
Could be the second straight week that the Seahawks have pulled off the upset against an undefeated team.
And they themselves are on fire as Russell Wilson making his judgment at the line. Offense spread out, doing great, spreading the Steelers defense out. Carson, inside zone, takes to the outside, cuts it back. Oh, and Chris Carson, maybe if you have on fantasy, maybe it wasn't all that bad. No, maybe it wasn't all that bad.
I mean, now that you're just trying to chew clock and just kind of run through guys, Chris Carson, big old back, is probably the guy you want in this situation.
Approaching the 2-minute warning. And John, why do people use timeouts before? I've seen this from other players, but why do people use timeouts before the 2-minute warning?
I mean, obviously the 2-minute warning can be a timeout of its own. So, depending on the down and distance, maybe like third down, you call a timeout, and then
right there.
Second going into third down, you call a timeout, and then third going into fourth is right at the 2-minute warning, compared to 2-minute warning right from second to third down, and then afterwards you might just have a bit more time on the clock. But obviously, one less timeout. I think people would rather take the time rather than the timeout.
As we're watching it here, 2nd and 6, trap play coming in. You're not supposed to run a trap play when a man's over the center. Let's see if this works out for the Seahawks. And nope, that'll timeout Steelers. That's kind of rule number 1 with traps. If a defense tackle is playing over the center or very near the center, you really don't want to run a trap.
Yeah.
That's kind of the rule of thumb. But here it is, John. Probably the biggest third down of the game.
And again, Pittsburgh using another timeout before 2-minute warning. 3rd and 5. Again, looks like another man
Edmonds looking.
blitz.
Oh,
Edmonds
Lockett. And a
has
face
Lockett
mask
in.
from Ashton
The
Davis.
Penalty.
Now on the opposing
That
28.
is huge.
Is
I mean, you're still on the north side of the 2-minute warning, but
I mean, if you're Steelers now, you just got to hold them to a
No.
field goal, right? That's what you have to do.
hold them to a field
You
goal.
play for
Or,
overtime.
I mean, if you're Seattle, do you play for the field goal or do you just go for the dagger and just take a shot for the end
If
zone?
you're Seattle, you're playing for a touchdown. But if you're
Yeah, I mean,
Steelers
you're
right
playing
now,
for
you're
touchdown.
playing for turnover or field goal.
But are you just kind of going to take a shot for a touchdown, or are you just kind of going to run it, kind of play it underneath? For a
I mean,
touchdown?
why not? Why not chew the clock a little bit? Why not have some fun? As Rashad Penny again looking for this inside zone, cut to the outside zone. 2-minute warning will hit.
I mean, that's going to take him to the 10-yard lines, or 11, I should say. But
So far, I
Yeah.
have to say props to Seattle offense. Steelers are normally used to playing with leads, and if they're used to playing with, and if they're not down, they're usually only down by 3, and that's early in the game. They only have time to come back.
yeah,
But
I think
Steelers been playing
they're,
from behind, I would say, about this whole game. As Penny takes it out, gets the blocks,
Wide
touchdown.
open.
Rashad Penny, the workhorse. Is that the dagger the Seahawks need?
I think that pretty much seals it, unless Pittsburgh is somehow able to drive down, get a touchdown, and somehow get an onside kick. I mean,
Or maybe,
this looks to seal the game.
or maybe
Or
go
no,
down, or
not a
maybe,
block
or
kick.
maybe go down the field, kick a field goal, then onside kick it, and try and get the ball back. If
Well, who knows?
either
But,
way, it's a 2-score game, right?
Yeah, 2-score game. In all likelihood, Seattle's won it, but I mean, who knows? We've seen crazier comebacks.
Steelers now, I would say, obviously playing for the win, but now playing for their pride as well. Undefeated streak being threatened. I'll say it again. Can Seattle pull off the upset? And
Yeah, especially
back-to-back
on-
weeks.
And number one defense, unfortunately,
allowing
did
28
not
points.
show up today. I gave up 38 points, you should
I
say.
mean, 38, yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe more if Steelers
yeah,
forces
their
throws a pick six. I mean,
Their
you never
weakness
know.
at corner really showed today, and that's definitely something opponents in the future will definitely look at in the film room.
Speed can only take you so far as Haskins rolling out, looking, and Steven Sims comes down with that. Wow, but not out of
Somehow
bounds.
got his feet in bounds. Thought he was going to not quite get those feet in bounds, but he does, and he gets out of bounds. Or did he not? Wow, clock is still running.
Haskins looking for the RPO, gets it. Sims back to Sims, and still playing in bounds. I guess
Yikes, I
not
don't know
really.
why you go for a screen there.
At least
Unless
not-
you're
at
just
least not
kind of
RPO
playing
bubble.
for, yeah.
Let's see what Haskins
Unless
has to
you're kinda-
dial up. What does the head coach, Jet Jackson, have to dial up here? Najee Harris in motion, time being wasted. Oh, there goes my quarter. Haskins looking, throwing over the top. Equanimous. First time he's been targeted all game, and he drops on that spot and go.
Yeah. Don't know why you'd go middle of the field there, if you're really trying to play for the win or the tie, you'd expect to be going towards the sideline. But yeah, I mean, unless you're kind of just playing it out and you've lost, maybe you just want to try some of your plays out to see what happens. But yeah, just a really good game offensively for Seattle. The exception of that one turnover. I think they scored on almost all their drives.
And John, you know what else we haven't seen from this whole game? A punt.
Yeah,
Not witnessed a punt.
it's either been a turnover or a score of some sort.
And right there,
Gets
doesn't
it to Sims. Did he get out? Or no, that's not Sims. That's Irv Smith. My apologies. I think he got out of bounds too.
he fell out of bounds. Yep, time has
I think he did.
stopped. All right, on the 25, Steelers, what do you do? What do you do,
I
Jet
think obviously they're
Jackson?
just going for end zone here.
Najee Harris still had a pretty big game today on the show out. Offense has had to show up, but couldn't keep up with the Seattle offense. Haskins faking it, looking for the crossers. Can he get there? Under pressure, way overthrown to the left. Haskins, 12 for 20, but over 240 yards on the day, so not a bad day if you're Dwayne Haskins.
Well, 2 touchdowns and 2 costly interceptions. I mean, that's kind of been what's
turnovers have changed the
Steelers
game.
Down. Yeah, they definitely have. Because I was saying it was basically going to be a shootout game, and whoever broke first. And unfortunately, Dwayne Haskins did not have it in him this game to keep up with the likes of Russell Wilson. And
look at that
company.
Man wide open, the 17.
Yikes!
And he just didn't take advantage of it.
I don't know what happened there. Complete mismatch.
Yeah, as he's loading the left side of the field, Jesus. Running. I guess the box gets that way as Harris just stays in bounds.
Again, I
13
surprised
rushes,
why you're
no
running it
huddle,
here.
Spiking the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, so close. Now 4th down.
Yeah, 4th down. I don't know why you'd go for the run there, even when you're bringing guys over.
This is the
You
first.
had the mismatch.
You know, I may be wrong,
Passing
but I
the
feel like
ball.
the Steelers looked flustered on this. I mean, understandably so, right? You're just trying to score.
Yeah, I mean, the game's pretty much over
Yeah.
at this point, but I mean, you still got to stay locked in.
Well, you're
bit.
still trying
You
to
can
play for the pride.
Get it
and just
going on
and for the
offense, because
scoreboard.
obviously there's going to be games like this where, your defense, as good as it is not going to be able to keep up with the likes of top offenses like Seattle's.
Even a top user now.
And, kind of going back to, I think you mentioned earlier that defense wins championships, but I mean, in this current day and age of the NFL,
Claypool
Chase Claypool
out of bounds, but had
down
the
the
other man
5-yard
wide
line,
open.
but-
This guy was guarded by 2
Yeah.
people. Steelers just.
But,
I mean, that's not a bad read. It's just not the better read, right?
yeah,
And Steelers so
But-
far on the year beat the Bills 20-3. Beat the Raiders 20-14. I think that game might have been simmed. I don't remember. Beat the Bengals 28-7. Shut out the Packers 47-zip. Beat the Broncos 28-9. And now have allowed the first game with 21 plus points, with that being 38. And Will Haskins score here to put up 30 of his own points. 5, 4, hands it off. Najee hits the hole, and MVP will get his stats, John. MVP
third of the
will
day,
get
that
his
puts him up to
stats.
17 touchdowns on the year.
And what do the Steelers do here?
Man,
It's PAT, two.
I'd expect them to go
conversion?
for, well, I mean,
Why not, right? It doesn't know how
you
to
might as
foul.
well go for 2. I mean, even if you just took the extra point, you'd hope to just go for the win here, just because
Yep, Steelers.
you can't give the ball back to
2-point
Seattle.
conversion, John. I'm going to call it right now. It's going to be an RPO orbit bubble, because that play is virtually unguardable no matter how good your user is, as we're going to see. Pyramid scheme formation coming in from Seattle. 4 dudes just chilling back there. Look at that.
Must be expecting
Cornerbacks
a
flipping
run.
and look. Oh my God, wide open Stephens. John, did you
Yeah.
see that the defense happened? They got stuck on each other. And
Yeah.
now for the onside recovery. If the Steelers can pull off this upset right now in 20 seconds, this will be officially game of the year. We've had 3 of
Yeah.
them. Chris Boswell on the kick, Lockett on the hands team. Boswell will line it up.
And they still
Can he
kept that
get it?
one timeout.
10
so
yards,
obviously,
one timeout. Boswell kicking goes 8 yards. Metcalf picks it up. And John, officially the game is set in stone.
Yeah, after a couple
19
snaps
seconds.
and possibly taking a timeout, that looks to be the game. I mean,
Wait a minute.
we said that there's been plenty of games of
Wait
the
a minute.
year. I don't know.
Any strips? Oh,
No,
Jesus
not quite.
Christ. Chase Winovich
I didn't see him put on
grabbing for the
conservative.
ball.
That would have been very unfortunate. But, yeah, I don't know if this has been the game of the year, but definitely up there with another upset for Seattle
And with this
against
game,
a previously undefeated team.
with this game ending, that will leave the most unexpected team at 5-0, the Houston Texans.
Yeah. That kind of makes me a little upset because, me personally, I think I had that game against Houston. Going back to that one, I don't want to talk too much about it, just because obviously we got this game. But I mean, kudos to the Texans for being the last one remaining undefeated, and again, kudos to Seattle for putting together a really impressive game plan.
And the turnovers
to take down
the takeaways, name of the game. Look
Yeah.
at the offenses, over like 300 total. TJ Watt trying to make his team feel better. Up to Dwayne Haskins. He's mad. Well, now, John, if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, we've seen most teams in this league after they lose one, they don't tend to lose again. And this will light a fire under the Steelers, as it was lit under the Rams a week ago, and he came back and beat the Giants 30-10. And let's hope.
Well, let's hope he does, because he's got a bye week next week, so he'll have some time to reflect and to prepare for the upcoming opponents.
And
as for Seattle, they are on a roll right now, beating two of quite possibly the top teams. I think 1 and 2 in the power rankings right now. So he is definitely on a hot streak, looking to keep it going. Let me check out his next opponent, because I don't have it quite on me.
Before we end it, Steelers, after his bye week, his 3-game stretch is the Browns, who are 2-3, the Bears, who are 3-2, and then the bottom of the barrel Detroit Lions. So a relatively easy schedule coming out of your bye week for the next 3 games.
Yeah, and as for the Seahawks, you have the 2-3 Saints, the 1-4 Jaguars, and then the 2-3 Packers, who's a newer user who let's just say he, obviously fell victim to the 47-0 blowout to the Steelers. So next few games for the Seahawks looking quite easy as well for them.
And I wanted to end it off on a team that was never in this game to begin with, the Houston Texans, John. Their next 3 games are against the Colts, the Cardinals, and then we get the Rams and Texans playing.
Ooh, that'll be a good one.
8. That has to be game of the week.
Yeah, for sure. If Houston's still got their undefeated streak going, that'll definitely be one of the better games to watch.
Also, Houston does play the Seahawks down the stretch in Week 14, and I don't think they play the Steelers this season.
And, of course, they got 2 matchups against the 4-1 Titans, who obviously are on a bit of a winning streak themselves. So, it's not quite easy the road ahead for the last undefeated team, but obviously it'll be a pleasure to see how it goes down the road.
But with that, I've been one half of your co-host, Soren Fine, and my other co-host, John Hubdub. Steelers go down, Seahawks rise up, and we'll see y'all the next time we can. Bye-bye, everybody.